Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Dimitri and this is Value Cars Australia and auto gear reviews, depending on which channel in a more narrow niche are you watching right now. So let's unbox this and see exactly what's inside of this very premium packaged box. Like, it's weighty, nothing is dangling, I can tell you straight away. You know that you can tell that this is expensive. You can tell that it's expensive in a good sense of the word, because, you know, not all cheap stuff is exactly what we want, even though we're saving money, but expensive stuff is nice sometimes. So let's open this and just see what's inside of this rather large box. Well, unsurprisingly, the very first thing that's staring us in the face here is the unit itself. It's very nicely insulated here on the sides against bumps during the shipment or during the handling of the box. Very cool. And yeah, before we fire it up, I'm not going to make any comments on the software or anything like this. We're just unboxing at this stage. It is what you would expect. It is a rather generously sized unit. Take a look. A generously sized unit. Take a look. It's big. It's rather big, yeah? You can also see the 4K. 4K, that's very impressive. Camera here at the back on a slightly, sort of clearly like a ball-based sort of adjustable swivel, if you want to say. At the moment, it's rather tight because I'm only just unboxing this, and there is a protective film on the top as well. You also can see that the first way of fitting it on your dash is already sort of fitted here. So take a look. This bracket is already fitted here, but as you can see, you would slide it and you would take it off if you want to, and you will see in a second that there are other ways to fit this thing. At the moment, this is kind of ready to be fitted. There is a peelable sticky surface over here. You just put this somewhere on your dash, and that's how you would do it. That's probably how I'm going to be testing it as well. Spoiler alert, we will see it in a moment as well. However, like, unit aside, and there is, yeah, once again, camera over here. Once again, all the slots and everything else for the memory card and for the power and everything else are on this side. And the power button is at the top over here, as well as the speakers you can see as well. So that's cool. That's very cool. What else is in the box, my friends? Well, as I said, EONON understands that people, like car users, cars are different, yeah? Some have slopey windscreens, some are vans, some are other kind of stuff. That's why they're offering you variety of other fitting options. So we're going to take a look at this arm. This arm is an extendable, looks like rather generously extendable as well. Yeah, that's a fair distance there. And it's a suction cup based thing for those who do not want to put this unit onto the dash itself, glue it on, but who would rather have it in a semi-temporary way, which is how I used with my Carpuride, by the way. I used the suction cup version, and you just use the suction cup on the windscreen. Cool, no problem. I think for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm actually not going to use it, because that's what you saw me to do with Carpuride installation. I'm actually going to use the other one, the other bracket, but there is an option for this as well. Don't worry about that. Now, let's keep going. And then there are two big cords. This is interesting, and this is what makes it fundamentally different from Carpuride models that I have reviewed so far. I'm not gonna conclude whether it makes it better or worse. Price categories are different, other kind of stuff. We'll take a look at other elements as far as quality of the video and stuff. But this, my friends, is very exciting, because this is the rear camera, is the reverse camera. It can be fitted into this unit with a massively long cable, as you can imagine. There is a fitting bracket over here on little bolts there. There is a camera itself over here. So if you are properly setting up your van, setting up your any vehicle really, but ultimately it would be very important for those who are doing a lot of driving, especially commercial driving or semi-commercial driving, such as Uber drivers, such as I don't know, taxis, such as simply if you look after your safety, you know, in a little bit more focused way, I suppose, than an average Joe and Jane out there. If you can be bothered, let me put it this way, if you can be bothered, then EONON here very generously included this camera, which I'm grateful for. That is awesome. That is awesome. You're getting an infotainment car stereo system, as well as the cameras as well. You don't need separately a dash cam. That's what I'm saying. That's the biggest, massive benefit staring you in the face right there. And yeah, you can run this cable towards the back and install it. I probably will not bother doing this, but it is very much there. We just take it for what it is. It's very nice of them to also include, well, obviously there is a there is a 12-volt charger. That's something that you would expect. Nothing unexpected here. You would run it to your 12-volt. You would run this cable around here somewhere. And there is also an extra audio connection cable. I'm not going to get it out. There is an audio connection cable in case you don't want to work with the speakers of the system, but you want to connect it into the 3.5 jack of your infotainment system and get the sound of EONON coming out of your built-in car speakers. You can do the same thing with Carpuride, by the way, but this is not a proper comparison here. I'm just making an assertion. But this is, it's nice of them to think about that. And there is also this plastic little tool. Can you see it? I'm not going to get it out because I'm not going to do anything fancy just yet in the car. But you use this tool, in case you wonder what it is, you use this tool to lift a little bit gently this surfacing, this kind of finishes of your vehicle very gently here on the side. Yeah, you will use this to run the cable underneath when you need to run it back. So you can do it yourself. You don't need any particular specialist. You just need a bit of patience. And we will have a separate, more involved installation video, if you would like me to, on Auto Gear Reviews. Installation videos, unboxing videos are only on Auto Gear Reviews. Not everything gets duplicated on Value Cars Australia. So in case you're watching on Value Cars Australia and like, what's the point of signing up, subscribing for Dimitri's second spin-off channel? Well, if not to support me, my friend, then at the very least to see that exclusive extra information. That is why you should, okay? All right, my friends, so that's about it. That's all that's in the box there. So I think that EONON kind of had all the bases covered very nicely. So now let's see what it looks like once I installed it on my dash, and we'll go for a drive and we'll see exactly what kind of quality we can see there.